Hello. 23.2, the wave nature of light, polarization. This is a pretty cool one and it connects to real world, especially if you're wearing polarized sunglasses. Maybe this can help explain to students how those work, or if they've been to 3D movies, how the 3D glasses work. They used to do those red and green ones, which was like, gave you a headache, and now we have polarized lenses. And so we can talk to students after this lesson about how do those work. So it first uses a spring model to demonstrate how waves can have different propagations. I think it wants you to use the long skinny springs. I'm just going to use this for our purposes, and then have a couple of students demonstrate both horizontal motion, and it's going to try to get them to get into a second harmonic motion. Here we go. Not quite. There you go. Hard for you to see, it's horizontal, but I got one wave. And then trying to get it into a standing wave. Maybe you guys can see that now. And there we go, for vertical. So those are two different types of waves. So they can answer some questions, and okay, so waves can come in two different directions. Sunlight is actually non-polarized, so we're getting all the different directions that it can possibly go. But it has you set up a couple of boards, or at least a thought experiment. I thought I'd set it up here. But if I've got these guys placed here, I can still do my vertical wave if it's not smashing into things. So my vertical wave, they can pass right through this, no problem. But if I try to do my horizontal waves, you see that does not transfer through, and so it's being blocked. So that's actually a pretty good demonstration for your students, that these act like polarizing for the wave direction. Then you can actually get into your polarized lenses. In the optics kit, you should have in the plastic baggie with the instructions 2 polarized lenses. And I'm going to come up to the camera and hold these up. Right now you can see the "Can you see me" written up on the board. And I'm going to hold this up. There we are. So right now I got my 2, see 1, 2. They're lined up together. You can still see it. It's actually blocking out all the light coming through, going in one direction. But if we turn one of them, you'll start to see that more and more light gets blocked. And so now, because I'm blocking polarization in both directions, there's no light left. And so you get that blackout, okay? And so that's kind of pretty much how 3D glasses work. One's polarized this way, one's polarized this way. Light from the screen is in one of these configurations so that only one eye can see something specific on screen at a time. And so they slightly offset it, and that gives you a 3D effect, which is why if you take your glasses off during a 3D movie, boy, it hurts to look at that screen. The next demonstration, I'm gonna keep talking about it, and then I'll record it afterwards, and you should be seeing the video now, is setting up a bowl or a cup of water. I didn't have a cup, with some letters just below the rim, near a window. You're supposed to be getting some glare. I don't know if I set it up perfectly well, but you can see a slight difference with the polarizing light. And I think that this is to demonstrate that the light coming off the window is polarized in one specific direction. And so that's kind of the purpose of that demonstration. And hopefully you guys are seeing that on camera right now. And I'm gonna welcome you back from whatever video I just created in the future. Good job, future me. But that's pretty much it. If anything, let students investigate these polarized lenses. It's not often that they get to see something like that and connect it to real world. But that is basically 23.2 waves, the nature of light, polarization. Catch you next time.